Good morning. YB Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamza, Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, as well as Minister for Youth, Sports and Entrepreneurial Development, Sarawak. Mr. Harry Huang, Director of Regional Department for Asia and the Pacific, World Tourism Organization, UNWTO. Ms. Liz Ortigura, Chief Executive Officer of Pacific Asia Travel Association, PATA. Madam Govinda Kaur Santu, my boss, Pro Vice Chancellor of UCSI University, Kuching, Sarawak campus. Ms. Amelia Rosiman, Chief Executive Officer of Business Events, Sarawak. Madam Shazet Datu Haji Saleh Asko, Chief Executive Officer for Sarawak Tourism Board. And there are many distinguished guests from different places. Professor Joseph Chia, somewhere in the room, co-editor of Tourism Geographies and Professor of Sustainable Tourism from Wakayama University, Japan. Ms. Sharon Parkinson, somewhere in the room, Publishing Development Manager of Quality Education for All, Emerald Publishing from United Kingdom. Mr. John Bruno, can't see you, here you are, Executive Director of the International Ecotourism Society from USA. I believe it is the largest ecotourism society in the world. Dr. Sarah Curie, Tourism Specialist of Asian Development Bank, ADB from Australia. Ms. Audra Morris, host and judge of MasterChef Singapore, celebrity chef, who is also PATA's ambassador for sustainable gastronomic tourism. My co-chairs of ICRTH 2022, Assistant Professor Lenny Yusrini and Associate Professor Dr. Jessica Ho. Dear national and international delegates of ICRTH 2022 who are with us at UCSI Hotel Kuching and joining us online. Welcome to the second edition of the International Conference on Responsible Tourism and Hospitality, ICRTH 2022. Thank you for coming and thank you for supporting us. Thank you for joining us in realizing responsible tourism. I would like to begin with a simple analogy, storytelling. I'm sure many of you have watched The Avenger. Marvel's The Avenger, featuring Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor, is not just inspiring for comics fans. There is a huge lesson about teamwork and how values are created. The Avengers' lesson is that one is better than one. I repeat, one is better than one, meaning that one team is better than one person. A group of 5 can probably accomplish more than one person alone, but it's when those 5 people work together as a team when the magic truly happens. However, the hardest part is making those 5 individuals put their opinions aside, trust each other, and act as a team. Captain America and Iron Man have a plenty different view of the world, and compromise doesn't come easy. But they respect and trust each other despite their disagreement. And they can see the value the other brings to the table. So the abandonment of their ego, their opinion, is what allows them and allows us to become part of a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. So when we are part of the team, a truly cohesive unit that functions with a single purpose, we can accomplish wonders. This is the story of ICRTH. The story of ICRTH is that of teamwork, friendship, partnership, trust, respect, as well as value co-creation. When the pandemic happened, tourism and hospitality sectors suffered. Apparently, tourism was in crisis. However, I believe what the pandemic did to tourism was to expose our fragility and vulnerability when we work in silo or with different agendas. It is often said that crisis breeds opportunity and crisis breeds innovation, which is true in many, many ways. Nevertheless, the present crisis also heightens the importance, urgency, and significance of responsibility. Crisis also calls for responsibility. Importance is about how much. Urgency is about how soon. Significance is about how long. So these are the areas that we need to work on with a sense of responsibility. And responsibility is not only about individual mindful behavior, even though it is extremely important. It is also about collective actions with trust, respect, and teamwork or effective partnership. As such, responsible tourism is not another tourism product or another tourism label. Instead, it is a call to action, a means or a vehicle to minimize the negatives and maximize the positives. In light of all this, ICRTH 2022 is not just an event. It is an avenue through which we work together and create values for common good. And therefore, I thank you all again for joining the conference in person or virtually to perpetuate responsible tourism initiatives in different aspects of tourism and in different contexts for sustainable development. I'm so glad that this conference is joined by distinguished guests nationally, internationally. I must make special mention about the participation of UNWTO and PATA. Thank you so much. And this is an event that involves everyone. No one is left behind, including children. They might sing out of tune, but we love it. They enjoyed it. We have local vendors at this floor. Actually, at every floor. Not only this floor, but don't remember the vendors, the level below, and also the lobby floor. These are local vendors to promote local products. So let us support them, talk to them, and buy something from them. In return, we believe their presence enriches our conference, enriches our experience as delegates. So this is somewhere we can work together to create value. There will be performance by different groups. In fact, before Dato Sri came to UCSR University, there was a group of young people performing musical wind instrument. So responsible tourism is also about empowering our youth, empowering women, empowering the minorities, and this is exactly what Rethinking Tourism is about as we celebrate World Tourism Day at the end of this month. I must also take this opportunity to express my deepest condolence to Dato' Sebastian Ting for the passing of his wife, Dating Sylvia Lim, a few days ago. Like what the MC said earlier, please join the conference for the next 3 days. Please don't go for shopping. Stay here. You have plenty to do. Take the opportunity. Not only you can learn from the speakers, but I'm sure you can learn from one another. Make friends, network, and build collaboration. With that, thank you so much.